Hello, everybody. Welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well. I hope that everyone out there is having an absolutely incredibly fantastic day. I hope you're all remembering to save money. Yeah, I know, controversial, right? You know, having money set to the side. Hope you're all remembering to invest. Very big thank you to everyone who leaves a comment on the video, letting me know what cryptocurrencies you're buying right now or what you're investing in. And without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Yeah, time keeps chugging along, as it were. Very nice, and glad to see all of you back here with all of the, I don't want to use the word craziness, but there's always something going on, and it never seems to kind of calm down in any sort of way. Companies have not and will not stop anytime soon their very large amount of desire for crypto within this space. We have had reports for some time now that a lot of these companies, if you haven't seen, they've kind of bounced back into the news as of late. We had for a long time a lot of tokenization news, a lot of other kinds of cryptocurrency news, but it seems that a lot of these companies have kind of ripped roaring back. I don't think that that's going to slow down tokenization or yield and staking news anytime soon, but you know, it feels like the olden times. A company by the name of DDC Enterprise Limited, a global Asian food company, has its eyes on becoming a top corporate Bitcoin treasury company, as they have secured 124 million US dollars in a fundraising round. If you remember before, we have had a rather large amount of Asian companies. I don't specifically know why. We know why for Japan, but we've also had a lot of other countries as of late. A lot of Singapore, a lot of Hong Kong, a lot of South Korea, a lot of Japan. News about companies who are creating some type of a Bitcoin and or cryptocurrency reserve. We have, at least to my knowledge, I do not remember thus far any companies in Africa nor in Latin America. We used to get a lot of Brazil news. Remember that? Brazil used to like always be in the crypto news. And I think we had two, maybe one. I want to say one. Maybe one Brazilian company earlier this year announcing some kind of a Bitcoin strategy treasury, but there's mainly been from Asia. I think we had 3 from Europe and a plethora from the States, but besides that, not many other places. The funding comes as major Bitcoin treasury assessment proponents double down on the digital asset amid record inflows into investment products. Yeah. So, you know, sometimes like we'll have days and you look at the price and things are down by like 1.5% or like 2%, and you would kind of assume that would deter or stop or slow down companies from accumulating. It's actually the exact opposite. We tend to see more purchases of crypto after any kind of drop in price. The record inflows that they speak of continue to make records every single day, as BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF is basically expected. If things continue this way in the next year, it'll probably be one of the largest funds ever. Not like just within this, but no, ever. Like ever. So as such, as you might have imagined, we have a large amount of companies who were like, hey, we need to start buying now because, well, you know, the rumors are from the experts and the analysts that we could potentially see once again $1 million Bitcoin in a very short period of time. You know, just throwing that out there, as they say. Investor support and capital infusion point to the surging interest in Bitcoin as a corporate reserve asset. I mean, also, like, you know, the countries also buying. What was the other country we just heard from? It wasn't Norway. No, there was another one. There was one recently. We found out that they also, Luxembourg. This was a couple weeks ago. Luxembourg also purchased a huge amount of Bitcoin through the ETFs as well. So usually logic has it, if you see companies doing something, you know, if everyone's doing the same exact thing, they're going to be, you know, people following. If you see BlackRock doing something, you're going to be like, hey, that looks like a really good idea. If you see countries doing something and you're not doing it, then it kind of goes, oh boy, we should probably be doing the exact same thing. DDC is looking to position itself as a leader in this transformative field. No surprise there. They all want to be a leader. The financing round, led by a lot of different names, there's like 7 companies there, speaks to this goal. Notably, DDC's founder, chairwoman, and CEO Norma Chu personally invested $3 million. Wow, look at her. $3 million of her own money. A move that reinforces her commitment to the company's long-term strategy. Part of the features around the funding is a 180-day lockup period for nearly all investor capital. And I guess we shouldn't be surprised. They're also trying, or they will be aiming for, 10,000 Bitcoin. Wow, look at them. Such a modest and low amount, right? You know, gosh, that was sarcasm, but also not. Because all the other companies in 2025, they announced they wanted 100,000. They wanted 210,000. We have the other companies who are still acting like, you know, raising, getting, acquiring, holding a million Bitcoin is something that's supposed to be completely normal to everyone else. Yeah, cool. Let's see if they make it to their 10,000 Bitcoin goal. It becomes just realistically and logically a little bit difficult as Bitcoin's price rises and is expected to, for all we've heard, expected to double or triple next year as well. Yeah, look at us. Got a new company, DDC Enterprise. I don't know what they do per se, but the other companies have made socks and hotel chains. There was a nail salon place. Remember that one? That was also that one was interesting. Yeah, that's the still buying news. And yeah, let's move on. I'm a little shocked. I don't know if this is the SEC. I don't know if times have really changed. Years ago, there was a very popular, and it was very sad, but there was a very popular mantra. Everyone except for New York and Alaska. Basically, anytime anything launched, and if you can tell me why, that'd be great. Anytime anything launched within the United States, if Coinbase added new coins to their platform, if Kraken announced they were going to be offering this service, if this coin just got staking, if this just happened, whatever, we would get news, and it'd be big news. Because, like, oh my gosh, like years ago, like listing news. Do you remember listing news? If a coin got listed on Coinbase, that coin's price would rocket by like 146% in a day. That's how, like, I mean, this is like 2017. Like, it's not even like 1,000 years ago. It was this huge thing. You know, most websites only had Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. Some had XRP, but it was like they maybe had 12 coins. Anytime your coin got listed, oh my gosh. That also was a really, remember this one? Allegedly, someone multiple times got in a bit of a pickle because, so I'll give it to you this way. Let's say there's like an abstract coin. No one's heard of it. Let's call it Cardano. No one's heard of this coin. Around noon, me and you were just sitting here, hanging out, having a little chat. And then all of a sudden, Cardano's price at like 1201 pumps by 58%. And we're like, what the fudge just happened? Around like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, Coinbase would put out a press, press conference news thing. Hey, guys, we're adding a new coin. You might have heard of it. It's called Cardano. Cardano's price would then, go up by another 300%. And the people were like, wait, why did the coin's price go up so much before the actual announcement? So in true Scooby-Doo fashion, a lot of people began to track, coins within the market. Like a lot of these on-chain analytical companies. Oh, I have to sneeze. Oh, go away. It's not going to go away. Oh boy, I have to sneeze. Oh, is it gone? Oh, maybe. Oh, I don't. Okay, hold on. Oh boy. Okay, I squeezed my nose. Hopefully that stopped it. A lot of these on-chain analytical companies began to pop up, and they were looking at the transactions and things that were going on. Then it happened again. And then it happened again. And then allegedly, someone got in trouble for it. And I think they were someone's brother or something like that from Coinbase. I forgot exactly what the news was. This person allegedly made like bankity bank. And then they also unallegedly got in trouble for it. So yeah, those were the listing days where we'd be like, oh my gosh, is my coin going to be listed? That was a really wacky time within the market. Anywho, yes. So the news always was not New York and not Alaska. Anytime anything launched, we'd get news. It's available in 48 states, except for Alaska, except for New York. And I mean, randomly sometimes. Randomly. It would also say Hawaii. Randomly. So, cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase has announced New York residents can now stake their assets. What? That's crazy. Following approval from state regulators. In a blog post, Coinbase said its users could begin earning rewards from staking in Ether, Solana, and other assets. Wow. The company credited New York Governor Kathy Hochul, for embracing progress and providing clarity, leading to the approval, with plans to continue expanding staking services across the United States. When I tell you, dude, this should have been done back in 1922, it's just one of those things where nothing has to take this long. I understand needing to be patient. I understand needing rules and regulations. I'm going to say this in the nicest way possible. Do you remember? You must. It wasn't 9 years ago. We got news that Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs were launching within the United States. Clear enough. It happened recently-esque. And then we got news in Hong Kong they were launching, in Switzerland they were launching. We had a bunch launching on the Paris Stock Exchange and the German Stock Exchange and whatever Amsterdam's stock exchange is being called. And it happened, they were launching in Latin America and all these other places. And from the get-go, they all had staking, immediately. All these Ethereum ETFs all had staking. And then people within the United States had to beg and grovel for months to be like, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you just take a pen and write the word staking there? No. Oh, you can't? Oh, this will take a year? Okay, I guess. Every other country gets, everything instantaneously. Remember being shocked when Hong Kong literally was like, yeah, we're looking into crypto and we're going to work on regulations. It took them 7.5 weeks. and they had full blown crypto regulation. And I remember people sat here and was like, people in the US have been asking desperately for crypto regulation since 2012. I guess like really better late than never, but it's a lot of stuff. I've sat here. That's why I said earlier, I was like, tell me if you know why. Because I just really, I'm not personally understanding why things take forever. And even from like a regulatory standpoint, you can literally point at any country and be like, well, they got it right. Okay, let's go and follow. This should have been a thing a while ago. And I hate I hate to throw this out there, but remember all the news that and I listen, this is because of rich people. Listen. Remember we had news recently that it wasn't Fidelity. I think it was it Vanguard? No, who was it? Some major company just announced that they're going to be allowing their clients to buy, sell, hold, trade, accumulate, whatever, Bitcoin ETFs. It was one of the major companies, and they were like, well, people keep asking for it, so we're going to allow them. And I was like, you should have done that February 2024. That like you waited. That means that big money was either leaving their platform, using some other website, and was like, well, you don't offer it, so we're going to get it there. Or they were like, hey, you guys got to start offering this, or we're going to leave. It all revolved around money. How much do you want to bet? There was a cluster of rich people. I'm telling you, I can feel it in New York, who went to the regulators and they were like, okay, no, like we're going to have this, like you're going to approve this because this is going to happen. All the news that we've been getting, if you missed it, about staking and yield. Yeah, remember that? Like the last 2 months, everything has been about staking and yield and staking and passive income from crypto. I have a feeling somebody with big pockets was like, okay, you're going to announce this because we're going to get this now. Because I personally don't feel that any politician or otherwise would have done so for the greater good of like normal people, for the person making like 28,000 a year. I don't personally feel, I feel like it's someone rich who was like, all right, let's get this going, because that's how life works. They said, and I quote, "This is a big win for New Yorkers and a step toward ensuring every American has equal access to the future of finance. But our work is not," this was said by Coinbase, "but our work is not done. We estimate that residents in California, New Jersey, Maryland, and Wisconsin have collectively missed out on more than $130 million in staking rewards due to statewide bans." Why? Why is this banned? Why isn't this allowed? Like, what's wrong? I'm going to choose my words nicely. Why would you make sure that normal people can't have extra money? What's the incentive for making sure that normal people who have crypto can't stake? It's the same. Remember, there were countries years ago, and I briefly mentioned economically they're probably not going to do too hot in the future. Remember, I mentioned there were multiple countries years ago who announced initiatives that crypto was effectively banned for their citizens, except for the wealthiest people within their country. That sounds like a joke. No, there were more than a few, and one of them's constantly in the news. And they said that the idea was if any normal person accumulated more than, I think the number was around $1,500. If a normal person had purchased more than $1,500 worth of crypto in a year, they would receive some kind of like financial punishment. But for anyone with a portfolio of over $5 or $10 million, they could buy as much crypto as they wanted. Why would you do that? In what diabolical universe does that make any kind of sense? These coins, and now I understand if it takes a year. Listen, crypto's new still. I can understand if 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17 came like a, a whirlwind for these states, companies, institutions. But at some point in 2017, someone in Maryland, someone in Wisconsin, someone in New York should have come forward and said, hey, let's look into this. Have you guys heard about this staking thing? Let's study this for an entire year so that we can make sure that it's safe for our citizens. It took until the end of 2025. Okie dokie then. And then here's the actual, I don't know if this is a tweet or yeah, it's a tweet. I see the blue check. So yeah. Cool. Unsurprisingly, this is also it's very popular news, as you might have imagined, because people can do what they should have been able to do for a while now. So, here's to hoping that the next few years also get more awesomer as people are. Remember the news that, oh my gosh, what state was it? Was it Michigan? I don't remember. Some state just like legally made it like legal for people to be able to like, what do you call it? Mine their own crypto. And I was like, wow, oh my gosh, so revolutionary. It came out 2009, but I guess we finally got there. Yeah, progress is slow. It doesn't have to be this slow. We could actually get stuff done in about a good 18 months around the world and basically live in a utopia. But okie dokie. I think that's going to do it for this video. I hope that everyone out there, hope you're all doing well. Hope that everyone out there is having a fantastic day. If you live in New York, California, wait. No, sorry, wait. If you live in New York, yeah, you did it. I was naming the other states, but I was like, wait, I don't think they have it yet. If you live in New York, yeah, you go stake those coins, Glen Coco. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.